Did that successfully work? Are we actually live on Twitch?
Yay!
No. Small
I don't see
victories. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Symphony. Before I even get into the standard copy, if you notice, Bucho is here. Bucho wasn't on the promo flyer. Alex got caught in traffic, and his arrival time was going to be after the time that I needed to be off of the call. So somehow Bucho, who came here to support the stream, I was like, hey, do you want to join? He's like seriously right now? I was like, yeah, like right now. And now we have a whole angel face Bucho.
We need some context. I was in bed. I got
an ice
pack on my nutsack. I got my coffee. I got my desk. I was laid up, ready to just engage with chat. And she's like, hey, you want to jump on 5 minutes before we go live? Sure.
Yeah, you do.
Let's do
And
it.
here we are. So if you had last minute cast swap on your bingo card, congratulations. Symphony Entertainment Gaming and Arts is my gaming company that focuses on horror systems, indie games, organic content, and player agency in an attempt to bring a symphonic approach to horror role-playing. I am your host, Bridget Jeffries, and this afternoon we are back with a Symphony Sonata, 60 minutes of improvised horror, which is probably going to end up being like 43 minutes of improvised horror. Buckle up. I can't tell you what's going to happen, because not knowing is honestly part of the fun. If you're watching live, hop into the chat. Apparently, if you get here early and I lose a cast member, you might be able to join the Sonata, so that's a whole damn thing now. Throw us your ideas, your commentary. We'll probably incorporate it real time into the game. This is a very free-form, improvised storytelling exercise. Quick announcement, if you like this content and you would like to help us make more of it, please consider backing us on Patreon. You'll get access to talkbacks, free merch, poll privileges, and a bunch of other really sexiness. You can check that out at patreon.com/Symphony Entertainment. We are currently playing, because Bucho is a petty asshole, the Symphony Entertainment Pettyville bingo game. You can see the card, just a sample card that's loaded right now into the screen. Backers of any level are offered a free bingo card. Concert masters and hires get 2. Basically, watch the streams, engage with the content, engage with our level of petty, and the first backer to declare bingo, which I think Doc is actually like 2 away from, will actually get a Symphony box, which is going to be totaled around $250. It'll be signed content from creators that are way sexier than I am, a bunch of other horror stuff, free books, and all of that fun stuff. So, because we're already late, without further ado, let's unveil this cast. Let's start with Doc, who's supposed to be here. Doc, please tell us who you are, where people can find you, and some of the awesome things that you do.
Hi, I'm Doc, and I'm supposed to be here.
Yes, you are.
I am found on the Discord channels, usually popping around pretty much every single channel every day, because I have an addiction to my phone, let's be honest. Outside of that, I wrote my first Call of Cthulhu scenario, which is available on RPG. We are 6 copies short of a copper medal right now, so fingers crossed, everybody in the chat, go buy it, please. And outside of that, I teach chemistry for a living, so.
That's amazing. Congratulations in advance on Copper Babe. That's a hell of an achievement, especially on your first one. That is absolutely amazing. Fun fact, 43% of titles on DriveThruRPG never actually make it to Copper. So again, that's all titles on DriveThruRPG. So Doc, again, congratulations.
Wow.
Bucho. Please tell us who you are.
My name is having an existential crisis because I'm not even supposed to be here today. I'm Bucho. You can find me on Instagram at The Real Pink Manther. I turned 44 yesterday, so send me all the birthday spankings you'd like. Let's have some fun.
I love us so much. This community makes me so happy. I have reviewed Red Lines with the cast and crew that were supposed to be here. We all understand that the X card is in play. X's can be sent via private message or to me visibly in Zoom. As always, no questions asked, no judgment passed. I am going to go through one more little quick thing. Chat, get geared up because we're getting ready to come to you for era, location, setting, characters. I hope you're ready because you're getting ready to tell the story for us. The only request that I have, apparently this is like Symphony birthday weekend, like 4 or 5 of y'all all had birthdays within a 4-day streak, so I do want to give a shout out to the Symphony backers, fans, and friends who all had birthdays again like in the last 4 days or upcoming tomorrow. Backer Chris Bates, backer and Angel Face Bucho, backer Perry Clark, Jeff Reese, who is Symphony's cartographer, and then Mr. Howell, who is a fan of Symphony over at the Stars Are Right podcast. Happy birthday to all of you guys. We love you. We love you. We love you. We love you. You're welcome, Chris. We love you. Okay. The only request that I have, I am somehow incorporating birthdays into this game. I'm not saying it has to be set at a birthday party, but birthdays are coming into this game somehow. So, you know what? I'm going to be lazy. I got 50 minutes, so I really have like 48 minutes. I'm going to make you two ask the chat what the hell we're doing, and then I'm just going to sit back and watch. So, Bucho, go ahead and ask the chat something about where we're starting or what we're doing. I don't care. You start this shit off.
I kind of want to jump out of a cake at some point.
Okay. Bucho wants to jump out of a cake.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's really my only requirement for today. Like, at some point, I want to jump out of a cake and fucking swing titty tassels.
Okay. So you want to...
Yeah.
Okay. And a cake.
Yeah.
All right.
Bucho, in game, what do you want to do, though?
Dog, this is what I'm doing after the game. Like, this is why I was icing up my balls so I could be limber for later.
Oh God, Chris said haunted maternity ward. I don't even know if I have the bandwidth for that one right now. That is brutal. Haunted maternity.
I really like that.
Jesus.
Bucho popping out of a birthday cake in a haunted maternity ward.
Maternity ward. It's
what?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Wow, like, that's really uncomfortable.
I've been sent to the wrong address.
Wow. Okay.
Like one of those really terrible singing telegrams, except like there's this cake that ends up in the middle of an empty room in a hospital, and yeah.
Oh, Towie co-signed it. Okay. Okay. Matt, Doc, is there anything you particularly want to see out of this sonata?
You know, I feel like Bucho popping out of a birthday cake with titty tassels on in a haunted maternity ward. I mean, that's a lot going on. That'd be gilding a lily at that point.
But I trust you, Doc. You can get. What do you want to see out of the next 43 minutes of your gaming experience?
I would like to see an interaction involving two people where they are at the right location in the maternity ward doing something completely unrelated to the maternity ward itself. Like it's their go-to meeting place or something. A clandestine meeting of sorts.
Okay.
With screaming babies.
Okay.
And ghosts.
Okay. Chat, I'm going to ask you guys a handful of questions here. Right now, this is all we have. So we can interpret this however we want. We have a haunted maternity ward. That doesn't necessarily mean it's an actual ward. This could be somewhere in the dreamlands. This could be in their heads. This could be a physical location. We can fuck with them as many ways as we want. We have Bucho wants to jump out of a cake. Again, we choose to interpret what a cake is or why he's jumping out of it. All we have is Bucho jumps out of the cake.
I don't care for that phrasing at all.
I'm here for you, baby. I'm okay. And then somebody meeting in said ward in some clandestine method. So chat, talk to me. Anything else you guys want to see? Anything we want to incorporate into this? Any fun perspectives that's jumping out of you? Alpacas have been banned indefinitely, so don't even try it.
Oh, you can't see because the overlay. Darn, I have a little alpaca.
Right. The ghosts are only nurses. Oh. I can work with that. I got
real serious Silent Hill vibes with that one.
Yeah, which is hysterical.
Going deep for the debutantes in Dagon.
Because it was like, let's jump out of a cake in a haunt. Oh, God. Okay, so this might go a lot darker than I was anticipating. All right. Little Joffrey.
Clarissa, Clarice, Clara, Courtney, what's her name?
Tormund, give me something. Throw me out anything. It can be related to this, not related to this. It can be left field. Just give me 60 more seconds, chat, of some fodder, and I'll incorporate this in somehow. The Clarissa, Clarice, Clara, Courtney thing was so funny in the last stream. We couldn't get that NPC's name right for shit.
It was too good.
Oh. Haunted Maternity Ward is really dark, by the way.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah. Big fan.
That's so dark. That is so dark.
Well, but you gotta turn the lights on, then it's less dark. How else are you gonna see the cake?
Oh, God, or the ghost babies.
The titty tassels are sparklers, I should add. So I've got my own illumination.
Oh, God. Thank you. Thanks, Bucho. Thank you so much for that. Okay. Let's go ahead and get this party started then. I feel like this is going to be very easy for me to do in modern day, or should we move it somewhere else?
I'm easy either way.
Let's keep it modern day because that'll just be
Yeah,
easier on me. Are we going to stay in America or you guys want to go somewhere else?
For some reason, Boston's coming to mind.
Boston's coming to mind.
I don't know why Boston's sticking out to me.
How do you like them fucking apples?
Okay.
Says the man hopping out of the cake.
I got a number.
Okay. So let's go with haunted maternity ward. I'm bumping into random red lines that haven't been disclosed left or right everywhere. It's like, how far do I push fuck them kids in this particular one? Okay. So got it. Okay. Bucho, tell me about your character.
I think my character, his name is Chad. He is not a bright dude. Works a couple of jobs. The birthday cake one is kind of a niche job, but it pays well because there's not a lot of people who want to do it.
Okay.
He does not have the physique for it. Like he's not like a prime specimen. He also one of his other jobs is a gas station attendant.
Okay. Okay.
That's Chad.
No, I absolutely love it.
He's one of those someone who is so who doesn't understand a whole lot. He doesn't get complexity, so he is just a happy guy.
Yeah. Oh, which makes the birthday cake jump out thing perfect for you.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Okay. Doc, who are you playing this afternoon?
I'm gonna go with a guy named Gio.
Gio. Okay.
And he is a disgraced academic. He was a student who failed out for various reasons and started working himself into less than appropriate venues. Usually getting things from A to B without asking what's in them.
Okay.
Disgraced
academic.
Cakes.
like
cakes.
Like cakes. Gio, what brings you to the... do I tip my hand now? Do I tip it later? Or do I change my mind mid-stroke? Let's go ahead and vote. Let's go ahead and tip my hand now. What brings you to the maternity ward at the Santa Clara Boston Hospital?
I went there because somebody told me to pick up a package. They didn't really specify what was in the package, just that I was to take it from an unnamed gentleman who, for some reason, chose the maternity ward, knowing, given the reputation of the ward, he knows not a lot of people tend to go there unless they have to.
Okay.
So there wouldn't be a lot of common foot traffic.
Okay. So based on what you're telling me right there, in the Santa Clara Hospital, is that ward active right now? Are there babies there?
No.
Okay. So for whatever reason, it's shut down for maintenance, but people on staff know that there's maybe something else going on there. But right now, it's shut down for reasons. They are outsourcing their pregnant persons to another place. Okay. Let's get this train wreck of a party started. Chad, you have been loaded up into your cake. This is a procedure that you're very familiar with. Doc, what flavor is this particular 4-tier cake?
Oh, it is going to be red velvet.
I love red velvet. That's amazing. So, Chad, you have been stacked into your red velvet cake, and they're just getting ready to put the lid on. What are you wearing?
So I have a sparkly thong in the color of the red velvet.
Okay.
And to match the white icing, the titty tassels are white. The pasty part is white.
Okay. staff at the bakery that you guys contract with to set these arrangements up is just getting ready to put the lid on. And you said that Chad wasn't a very bright character, but there is something that you're good at, which is your job. And it occurs to you right at the last minute, as you're just getting ready to put this the top of the cake on you, that they didn't give you the card. They didn't give you the bill. They didn't give you the receipt of who the fuck you're actually going to go say happy birthday to. Like, usually you at least get a like, hey, this is the person, this is their favorite song, but they didn't give it to you. And there are 2 attendants that are just very carefully getting ready to put the lid. I cannot believe I'm actually describing Bucho and a cake with gaming. They're getting ready to put the lid on right now, and that thought hits you, Chad. Like, shit, I don't even know who I'm supposed to be wishing a happy birthday to.
But this has happened to me before. This isn't a new, like, sometimes they just don't give you the information, so you got to roll with the punches. So, I'll figure it out when I get there.
Okay. The lid settles on. You are encased in the darkness. Do you have, other than the sparkly tassels, do you have any other type of illumination inside of here? What do they usually provide you, or what do you provide yourself with?
I would say if it's current day, he's probably got like a headband with a headlamp on it that runners might wear.
Yeah.
If they run in the dark, so he could like read while he's in the cake, like just sit cross-legged.
Yeah.
Play on his phone, whatever. Yeah.
Okay. All right. The lid comes down onto the top of the cake, and you notice a scent from inside the cake that is very different than the cakes that you've been into. There's a wet, earthy smell inside of here, which 100% should not be. And it's getting crossed with, what is that? Oh, God, that smell. Like when it comes into your nostrils, it tickles your nose hairs, it hits the back of your throat, it makes you want to cough. It's that, oh, Bridget is blanking on the actual word. What is the material? It's not drywall, but it's like fresh wood shavings.
Oh, I mean, it'd just be like wood.
Yeah. It's like wood shavings, sanded, like it's freshly sanded wood. There we go. Oh, God, words. And you're smelling that on the inside, mixed with this
like
wet earthy smell. Sawdust is the exact word I was looking for that I couldn't find.
There we go.
I ought to give you a free stamp on your bingo card.
Okay.
The struggle. Angel Face Pucho made it. Stamp your cards. So you're inside and you're smelling a combination of this wet, earthy smell and sawdust. And then something happens that for sure has never happened to you before. You hear these sounds of nail going through wood and hammering as you are being locked into this cake. It sounds like there are several hands above you that are banging.
I'm gonna knock on. Hey, no, I have to be able to get out, guys. No. Chad does not abide.
Chad does not abide. One of the individuals that's presumably nailing you in right now is a woman by the name of Chrissy. And she's speaking to the other gentleman by the name of Chris. And they're speaking in a language that, 1, you don't recognize, 2, you can't even find the origins for, and 3, you didn't know after working with these people for years that they even spoke.
Interesting. I'm going to try to call the shop because I have my phone inside me with the cake.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and ruin this, though. For whatever reason, the call is not going through.
Oh, you go to make the call, and why don't you have a signal?
I think it's the icing.
Is that what it is? Is that icing?
Yeah. The icing is too thick. Like up to 2 inches, and you're good. But like anytime after 3 inches,
it gets shut down. It's just too much.
Yeah, and 5G is nothing against icing.
Suddenly you feel yourself in motion. You are already on a cart. You can feel that the cart is moving. You're shrouded in darkness other than the little headlamp that you have and the lance off of your titty tassels. But you are locked into this cake. Moving over to Gio. Gio, describe to me what it looks like when you get off of the elevator. You hit floor 7. Which is the abandoned maternity ward. Give me an idea of what you see when you step out of the elevator.
It's definitely dark up there because they haven't really used the ward in a while. The rest of the hospital is still being used on other floors. But for some reason, nobody goes to this maternity ward. There are drop cloths hanging here and there, implying they were trying to do some kind of construction, but other than the light coming in from the small windows behind the nurse stations, there's not a lot there. And I like that he in chat there. Sitting on one of the nurses' stations, you get off the elevator, is just this creepy looking doll. And
So
it's
as soon as you get off the elevator, there's just like a steel chair there with a doll that's sitting in it.
oh no, the doll is sitting on the desk portion of it.
Okay, like the reception desk that you would see when as soon as you get off the elevator.
Okay, words are hard today.
They are. I'm struggling with them too, and that's okay. I'm gonna kill you guys in about 24 minutes.
It's just sitting there, and Gio makes eye contact with this doll, and she goes, "Fucking hate this place."
The head on the doll drops very abruptly to the right, and it just crumples off to the front and crashes onto the floor. That porcelain face splinters, shatters all over the floor, and somehow that one eye, after it stops rolling and spins, stops about 5 feet in front of you, and it rolls, and you swear it's still looking directly at you.
Oh, he's gonna kick that eye down the hallway.
Boom. Okay.
Just wind, not even just like a gentle, like a nudge. He's going to wind up and just kick this thing as hard as he can.
Okay. You punt it, and the eye goes flying into the distance. You hear it dunk into something. You can hear it roll, and then it's all quiet.
All right.
Where are you supposed to be meeting this particular gentleman for this mysterious package? At the Santa Clarice Boston Hospital, by the way.
At the Santa Clarice Boston Hospital. You said it was the 7th floor, correct?
It is the 7th floor. I think that's what I said.
He is looking for room 777 then.
Oh. You are looking for room 777. Okay. I'm assuming probably where this elevator jumps off, it's probably something like room 35 is to the right and 34 is to the left, and you can go that direction. So you look at the signage on the wall that shows you the arrows, and you know the direction you need to go. You need to cut to the right. And you're moving down this dark hallway that has very minimal illumination. There's something that strikes you as maybe interesting, maybe not interesting, but every single door you pass has been pulled off of the hinges. They're not shut. They're not closed. They're non-existent. The doors are not there. They're just these hollow archways with just like the hinges where they should be, but there's no doors. And as you are passing each of these rooms, you're seeing, rooms in a maternity ward. They don't look like they've been packed up or shut down. They actually look like they're still ready for immediate use, which is interesting. You know how hospitals are. Like all of the stuff would have been recycled, resold, repurposed, but you're just moving through room of room of room. You get to room, what is this? 771, 773, 775. And then when you get to 777, it's the one door in this entire hospital wing that is actually still there. It has a window, and the window looks like it's been blacked out with some type of paint.
So as I'm walking by the hallways, you said the doors look like they've been removed.
Removed.
Does it look like there's any sign of like they've been forcibly removed, or was it carefully done with tools?
This looks like it was a calculated, strategic maintenance decision to pull all the doors off.
Okay.
It's eerie.
Very. So with the window blacked out, I'm gonna first try the doorknob.
Okay.
No, I'm supposed to meet somebody there.
Yeah, you try the doorknob and it turns. And Gio, you can't help but to look up. And you can see that this door has the room placard on it, where it has like the patient name on it. And the patient name is Chad. Chad, what's your last name? Oh shit, you're muted. Somebody got that in their bingo card.
Somebody bingo card that.
Somebody muted
it
on somebody's bingo card.
Done goofed.
Well, man, I am not sober. Okay?
But you're here.
You are here, and that's what matters.
Here.
I'm reliable. I'm not always dependable.
Babe, you're super competent. You put some respect on your own name, damn it. Okay? I gave you that name at Chaosium Con last year. The shit is still, you are super competent. What's your last name, Chad?
Super competent. I was saying, I think Chad's name is actually, believe it or not, Chad. So he's Chad.
He's Chad. Chadwick Chad. Okay.
Like he might have had a last name at some point, but like people just call him Chad. So I think that's just kind of become his thing.
Okay.
As stupid as that, like Chad.
Some
it works. Musicality to it.
I love it. Chadwick Chad. Yeah. It's amazing. Gio, you see the patient name on the door, Chad, and you see the date of birth of January 17th, 1976, which is weird. because it's 2023.
That's really, really weird. I'm gonna try to reach over and try to hit the lights because the hallways are kind of dim. Maybe they didn't disconnect the lights.
Yeah, you slip in and you're able to turn the lights on the room. There's a pop and a flicker as the lights struggle to come on, and the room is bathed. And this room is not like the others. This one doesn't have a bed in it. It doesn't have the bassinet. It doesn't have any of the medical equipment. This room is entirely empty, save for a small table right there at the entrance that has like a wicker basket, and it has 2 manila folders in it. One is addressed to Chadwick Chad, and the other one is addressed to Gio. What's your last name?
I had this queued up and everything.
Oh, looks
Gio Vang, Vang.
Gio Vang. And sitting in the very center of the room is you would imagine a 4.5 foot, 5 foot tall red velvet pop-out cake. It's very obvious what it is. It's still sitting on the trolley.
Well, that's really weird.
Is someone pranking you?
Man. It's gotta be somebody,
Right?
somebody just fucking with me.
Right. This is weird.
So I'll look at the envelopes and I'll kind of pick them both up.
Okay.
I don't know who this Chad guy is. I mean, never worked with him, so
And Chad, you can hear somebody saying your name outside of this cake. You've been sitting here for hours.
So 5G doesn't work, but I can hear voices through the icing.
You can hear voices through the icing.
Got it. Okay. Hello? And I'll knock on the top of the cake. Hi. Are you the organizer?
Gio, this is what you hear coming from the inside of the cake as you're holding these 2 manila envelopes. And as the light is burning through the back of these envelopes, you can recognize that there are Polaroid photos on the inside of these, along with some paperwork and something else that you're not quite able to see.
I'm just gonna call back to the voice. Can I tell it's coming from the cake?
You can.
Or it's just like,
No, it's coming from the cake.
I'm gonna look at the cake and say, no, I'm the delivery guy. Organizer? I get paid by a guy. You looking for my boss?
Who ordered me?
Quote board.
Wasn't me.
Could you let me out then?
Okay, I'll walk over to the cake and just kind of like look it over a bit and think, let you out. Don't you usually pop out of these things? Isn't that how that works?
Typically, yeah. But for whatever reason, this job seems to be different. I think that they have sealed me in a little more, not permanently, but securely.
Are they afraid you're going to run away or something?
I don't know. But it was a lot of nails that I heard, and I'm stuck in here. I mean, it's fine. I'm not in any danger, but I would like to, not be in here.
I'll start patting my jacket. Well, gee, I seem to have left my hammer at home.
That's funny.
Is that something you normally have on you?
Let's not worry about that. I'm here to pick up a package. Are you this Chadwick Chadson guy?
Chadwick Chad, yeah.
That's a stupid name. Would your parents hate you?
Probably.
And now look at their baby boy trapped in a cake.
Yeah, do you happen to have any extra clothes out there?
Okay, first you need a hammer, now you need clothes. I swear to God, if you pop out of this cake wearing nothing but a thong and nipple tassels, I'm out of here.
Well,
Quote board.
You know what? Let's just see if we can get me out of here.
So I will, is the envelope, is it like a manila envelope?
Yeah, it's like one of those standard, 8x11 manila envelopes. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to fold it in half, try to not bend the photos as best I can.
Okay.
And try to tuck it in my jacket.
Okay.
head to the next room across the hall and look for anything to try to pry this cake open with, because if they're still set for people to come in, there might be something like I could use as a lever.
Okay. Yeah. You head over to the next room, which again just doesn't have a door on it whatsoever. All the rooms, as I previously described, are currently in place. So, each of those rooms, like in the bathroom, probably have like a little small, very easy to access toolkit that has like little small minor tools. Or you can break off parts of a bed. You can find something in these rooms to use to start like trying to pry him out of this cake.
I am going to grab one of the sidearms of the bed and just yank it off.
And you hear a toilet flush from the attached bathroom of that room.
And shout across the hall, "Hey, Chad, you hear that?"
Do I hear it? I don't think so.
Exactly. Perfect.
I'm going to hold on to the bar that I've pulled off more of as a weapon of sorts and slowly... Because if my understanding of hospital layouts is correct, you have to go by the bathroom to get out the door.
You damn sure do. Now you hear the sounds of somebody washing their hands. The faucet is turned on. You can hear a soap dispenser squirt, and you can hear the sounds of somebody washing their hands.
Someone in there?
No response. Door is closed to the bathroom.
Chad has no idea what's going on, but he's going to start humming "What a Friend We Have in Jesus."
Yeah, that'll work out for you.
Yeah.
It will. I promise.
It always cheers him up, and it's kind of a weird situation.
Yeah, you're here. What a friend you have in Jesus. Yeah. You're sitting on your little stool that you've been in for hours, smelling sawdust, red velvet cake, and mold.
I am going to try to walk by the bathroom, sort of doing that like strafe style walking with the bar held up, not turning my back at all to the door.
Okay. The door, you hear the sound of the door opening. You can hear the door closer stretching. You can hear the door connecting with the metal plate behind it. The door doesn't physically open, but you can hear that door swing open, and you can hear the awkward penguin flappy padding of somebody that's probably heavily weighted with child that you can hear walking past you. You don't see anything.
Yeah, I'm going to run back and kind of like rush back across the hall a bit.
Yeah.
This is fucking weird, man. Chad, some weird shit's going on here. I mean, I don't know you, but maybe you're the guy I'm supposed to meet.
I don't know, man. There was no extra information on the receipt when they put me in here, so
I'll tell you, let's get you out of there and we'll talk.
Okay.
And I'll try to flatten an edge of the bar with my shoe.
Yeah.
And make a makeshift crowbar with it.
Yeah, that's perfect. Ugh. And you get it in. You find a loose spot in between like layers of actual cake, like actual edible cake. You get through the layers of the frosting. You get through these moist, beautiful layers of this red velvet, and you're able to find like the wood interior. And you're able to find just enough of a groove. You're able to stick the crowbar in, and you're pushing at it, you're pulling at it, and it's starting to give. And being that you're so close to the cake right now, you're looking. You know how red velvet cake has that white frosting that's super decorative that runs around the corner?
Oh, yeah.
All of the high points of these roses or these flowers or these petals that aren't actually roses or petals or flowers, they're actually like little small children's skulls, are what's lining the edge of this cake. On the inside, you get your first breath of one fresh air and light that is coming in for you, Chad. And just as, you get a little bit in and you can look around, your phone goes off with a bring. You have reception again.
Do I recognize the number?
No. It's not numbers that's coming through. It's a series of symbols.
Yeah, I don't know who that is, but I'm going to answer it. Hello, this is Chadwick.
And there's a sound on the other side that's not a voice. There's a sound on the other side that sounds like a mixture of a high frequency squeal and an infant screaming at the top of its lungs.
Ma'am, look, I'm having a day. If Yeah, if you're not ready to have a conversation, I'm going to have to hang up with you.
And there's another sound that says, if you don't stop that brat from crying, I'll stop it for you.
Okay, well that's excessive. Um, okay, there's no need for that. We can talk.
And then suddenly that high-pitched screaming sound from an infant gets really quiet and there's a splat. And then the phone disconnects. And you're out of the cake!
Hmm. Okay, I don't out of the cake and into something else.
Are you just standing out of the cake as the lid pops off?
Yeah, I think it's one of these deals where like my hand is on my hip and I've got the phone in my ear and the titty tassels are hanging down and like you can tell I'm not wearing a lot of clothing. Like I'm in business mode right now. Like I'm trying to figure out why somebody is calling me and wasting my time.
I'm just
Yeah,
gonna look at that and say I don't get paid enough for this shit.
You don't.
brother, this is my third job. Like I get it.
Cold in here?
Yes.
I feel like I should tag Tara just for the nipple bars, really. You're out of the cake. You're in a room.
So I'm looking around and I see this hospital or
Yeah.
this hospital room. What what is this? Where's the crowd?
It's a maternity ward. If you're some baby's cake, that mom's pretty fucked up. I don't know about you. I bought a cake like yours for my wife for her bachelorette party,
Sure, I've done a
but
few of those. Yeah.
no, never for a baby.
And then you guys hear the sound of like metal rings sliding on a metal pole, and you immediately turn and look to your right towards the window overlooking like 7 floors. And there are no drapes on this window, but you're hearing the sounds of somebody sliding drapes open. You're hearing that metal ring on metal sound as it's opening. And you swear for a moment that the luminosity in this room goes up just a bit, but really nothing has changed. Just nothing has happened.
Okay,
I start looking for like a sheet or a curtain at that point, anywhere
Yeah.
in the room, uh, because I would like to wrap myself up toga-like, because there's no clean way to do it. So yeah, so I would fashion a toga out of a sheet or a curtain.
Okay. There's nothing in this room other than the cake, but you can go directly across the hall. There's plenty of rooms, and they all have like bed sheets still on them because for whatever reason, it looks like they're ready to start receiving patients, even though this has been shut down for months now. But yeah, you can go across, literally, you can go to any room you want. All the doors are open
Yeah,
or
thanks for letting
non-existent.
me out. Uh, yeah, I don't think I caught your name, but I'm gonna go grab one of these sheets real quick.
and as he's walking away, I'm gonna hold up the envelope and say, "Don't forget this."
I'm sorry, what did you hold up?
The envelope that has
Oh,
your name on it.
uh, okay, well, I'll come back. And yeah, so I'll go grab the sheet and then I'll come back for the envelope.
Yeah. It doesn't take you long to grab. Just like you're just grabbing like the top sheet off just to kind of
Yeah.
toga. So yeah, you snatch the sheet off, and as you're fashioning it around your hips and you've got it low and tight, you look down at the bed, and just right around the mid hip region where that bed is just completely saturated in blood and some other type of flesh or mucus. And pus all just combined together. It didn't seem to penetrate through the sheet that you have on, but the fitted sheet is just something bled out very heavily here.
I think animals got in, man. I think there are animals in here.
As he's walking across to get that, before I hear him say "animals got in," I want to start popping open the envelope.
Yeah. You start
As I hear
popping
him
over the
say-
envelope.
As I hear him say "animals got in here," I'm like, dude, the hospital's still in use. They just shut down this floor.
Well, there's a lot of blood in this bed.
You didn't see blood
No.
in that bed, Gio.
I don't know what you're talking about, dude. Maybe it was the stork.
Vicious storks. You open up this envelope, Gio, and it's a patient record. It's patient files on your mother, whose name was what again?
Let's go with Megan.
Okay. This is Megan Vang, if I'm correctly. And it has some very upsetting and disturbing pictures of your mother. Experimental type of photos of your mother. Death photos of your mother that are dated 1974, 1975, which was the year you were born. But you know your mother. Your mother raised you. Your mom is at home in Boston right now, probably preparing dinner because she knows that your money is tight. So it doesn't make any sense that you would be looking at your mother in a hanged position right now, hanging in a room that looks very much like this. And then there's another death certificate that's made out for a Gio Vang. And then there are some post-autopsy reports where they did some things with your body that is very disturbing to comprehend and to think of. They have photos, though. So if your mind can't bridge the gaps in the actual written documents, they did help, lead you along with there.
What is the date on the death certificate for Gio?
The day your mother died.
Oh, you both died the same day.
Mm-hmm.
During childbirth.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? Chad, what's in your envelope, man?
I don't know. I will open up my envelope, hoping it's payment.
That would be the good thing, right? That would be sweet, at least. Yeah, you open up your envelope, and you see something very similar. What was your mom's name, Chad? Chad?
Gloria.
I was waiting for like a Chadria or something.
Chadrissa.
Chad Reese. Yeah. Towie got me going on that one right now.
Hello, Chad Reese.
Yeah, there are there's a death certificate. There's a death certificate for a Gloria Chad that is there. There are some very upsetting pictures where it looks like, from what you can tell, Gloria Chad spent the last 90 days of her pregnancy tied to some type of a chair, strapped down into some type of a chair. You can see pictures of her belly growing larger and larger, nurses, these ghostly apparitions of nurses force feeding her vomiting. You can see that she's losing weight. By the time that you're assuming she's about due, you're actually looking through her rib cage, which is very, very unsettling. And shortly after reviewing those, you can start seeing your own death certificates, which is 2 days after your mother, Gloria Chad, was declared dead. The last picture you see of yourself is it. Oh, God, that is you. You've seen baby pictures of yourself. This is definitely you, or something really close to you. You see infant baby face down in some type of gelatinous, watery container that has a sealed lid to the top of it.
I don't know what to make of this. I'm going to hand it over to GL. I don't understand.
Ugh, pickled babies. Ugh. That's the new episode title. Let me screenshot that before I lose it.
God.
Symphony Sonatas, 60 minutes of improvised horror. Title, Pickled Babies. Content warnings galore. Thanks, Chris.
That might be my X card.
We found a limit for Bucha. I'm amazed.
Woo! Haunted Maternity Wards. Wow. Okay.
We just started on third base there.
Yeah, like let's go. Okay.
So I'm gonna take the pictures and kind of look at the ones that were in my envelope.
Yeah.
Like somebody is fucking with us.
And then there's some sea
Photoshop or something.
Then there's a sea of babies crying all throughout the hallway. It's almost like one starts and it activates this avalanche of ongoing babies crying, screaming, cooing, babbling up and down the halls, coming from your right, coming to the left.
And I didn't like when I went into the hall, I didn't see anybody else on the floor.
No,
Like
there's no one else on the
movement, no
floor.
nothing.
Mm-mm,
Yeah, but
just
I wouldn't have seen that necessarily.
not necessarily. Nope.
Chad, you hearing this?
I hear it. I didn't see anybody in any of the other rooms, and I'm starting to get a little uh uncomfortable.
Chad, I think the phrase you're looking for is "let's get the fuck out of here."
I'm good with that. Yep, I'm good with that. And Chad will immediately switch to like loyalty and like try to figure out how to get the cake out too, and then go, no, don't care, not my problem. And so then he'll flutter down the hallway after GL with his fucking toga flapping in the breeze behind him. Titty tassel over here, kind of also flapping. Yeah.
You're running down the hallway, the two of you, heading, I'm assuming towards the elevators. And it doesn't make any sense what you're experiencing because there are doors back on all of the entryways to these rooms. They're just all propped open with door closers. Children are screaming from every single one of these rooms. Mothers are screaming from every single one of these rooms. And nurses, these ghostly apparition of nurses, are running the opposite direction of you guys. So if you're heading out towards the elevator, you are seeing nurses that are running, sliding out of rooms, gasping with terror, covering their mouths in horror, and they're pointing and they're crying, and they're running the opposite direction of you. But they're running past you. They're running through you. It's just one of those sensations when one of them passes through, and it's all nurses. You haven't seen any doctors yet. Every time one of them moves through you, it almost feels like you get that weird sensation of like when your foot goes to sleep on you.
Mm.
But they're all screaming. They're all horrified. You can hear one of them's voice come in and out of this spectrum. It's like there's something wrong with them. There's something wrong with all of them. You hear another voice coming from a PA system above you that says terminate all of them. And then you guys arrive at the elevators.
Nope. And I start hitting the button. Like
If his hand doesn't get there first, I'm gonna be
like
both of us just frantically pushing it
over the button.
Okay. You're mashing, and the button illuminates. Even after it illuminates, you fuckers are still mashing. And you can see that it looks like an elevator is coming up to you guys. Especially you here, Gio, because you were familiar with this hospital when you walked in. You know that there's 12 floors. Maternity was on the 7th. You're assuming, like most hospitals, the morgue is in the basement. This elevator is coming up from the morgue. You can see its originating point started at like M, and then G, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then there's a bing. And the doors slide open. And there's a doctor there. You're assuming it's some type of doctor. It's something in a white coat.
Chad absolutely runs in without even looking.
Just run straight in.
Yeah.
Does the doctor look corporeal?
No, but it looks like something else. Its feet aren't touching the ground. You're not sure if it has feet. It's more hovering. There's a buzzing sound that's coming from inside of it.
He's going to turn and go, you know what? I'll take the next one. I'll take the stairs.
I'll take the stairs.
And just start like looking for any indication because there has to be some stairwell nearby.
Oh, for sure.
For fire purposes, obviously.
By law.
Yeah, you should probably check the stairwell. I'll meet you downstairs. And I'll just kind of lean back in the corner and like close my eyes and just start talking to the doctor like, man, you should not get out on that floor. They're
what
having
in
problems.
The Tucker and Dale versus Evil are you doing, Chad?
The door shut. On the other, he said he wasn't bright. And this hovering, buzzing creature in a white doctor's coat and a stethoscope, with no face, begins just riding down the elevator with you here, Chad, as you're talking up to it. I'm assuming maybe your mind has already left the building. You're just not aware of this fact yet.
I'm not aware of it. Yeah, I'm just in the corner, just like the head leaning up, like I'm talking to the ceiling, basically. Like, you would not believe the day I'm having, man. Like, I'm sure as a doctor, you have much more pressing things, but man, like, you would not. you would not understand what it's like to be a cake dancer.
Quote board. Chad,
Jesus
you said you're looking up at the ceiling of the elevator, and of course it's mirrored. So you're catching, you're not catching your reflection. Where the fuck are you? You should be, you're not reflecting back in this reflection. But where you are reflecting back is this thing in this coat with the stethoscope is holding a baby that looks just like you. And you're wrapped in a sheet, a towel, a blanket of some sort. And just as you're talking, like, you have no idea how hard it is to be a cake dancer. This thing just pulls the towel over your face and you hear yourself screaming. Gio, you get to the stairwell. You throw open the door.
I'm gonna full body slam the door open.
Bam! You body slam the door open. Per usual, there's like a landing there, and you go crashing face first into a steel metal chair with that same goddamn doll that you saw when you first got out of it. Looks like it's been refashioned perfectly, and you and the doll go crashing onto the landing.
He's gonna try, as he's getting up, is going to put his hand on the doll, pick it up, and just throw it.
You pick up the doll.
Up the stairs. Up the stairs.
You're throwing it up the stairs?
He's aiming like around, like away from where he's going, trying to get it away. Like he knows he's trying to go down. That doll's going up.
Okay. You chuck this doll up. It crashes into the wall. The face shatters again. The whole head of this thing shatters again, and it just kind of slumps and it collapses on the stairs. And you pull yourself up to your feet. You're getting ready to make a break down these stairs. It's only 7 flights. It's technically 6 flights if you want to look at it that way. And then you are out of this. And you notice that doll has now flipped itself upside down. Its arms rotate backwards. And it starts rapid fiery crawling after you down the stairs onto the landing. And when you look up, its like head is jumping around because it's missing, but something is reforming there. And by the time this head closes in on you, it's your face. It's your head as a baby on this broken doll chasing you down the stairs.
Absolutely not.
And that, friends of the symphony, is where our show ends for tonight. Thank you so much everyone who joined in or is currently watching the replay. You are indeed the best part of waking up, and we sincerely appreciate you. Before we empty out the auditorium, let's go around one more time, starting with Doc again, and say goodnight to our symphonic cast. Give us your name, where to find you, and some of the things that you do.
Hi, I am Doc, and I'm going to go and purge every doll I can find in my apartment with kerosene.
Thanks, RQ staff, and I think dolls was you, babe.
Yeah, I'm starting out as a Call of Cthulhu writer, so buy my scenario, full on John Love's buy my book.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm a chemistry professor, and my regular careers, if you like science questions before and best, yes, I've seen Breaking Bad. Yes, I know on paper what to do. No, I will not. Keeping that very broad to keep it within TOS there. And I am found on a lot of Discords. I mean, Symphony, How We Roll, Good Friends, Jackson Lies. If there's a Symphony or there's a Discord related to horror gaming, there's a very good chance you'll find me there in some capacity.
And active there too. Like, I absolutely adore your presence wherever you are, Matt. I really do. Bucho.
Hi, my name is Chad, and I've been your private dancer this afternoon. You can find me on Instagram at The Real Pink Manther. You can find my 2 short story collections on Amazon. They're both pretty good, if I do say so myself. And the reviews are pretty okay. Just okay. But yeah, you can also find me on Symphony streams, on days when I've chosen to relax and just tune in and engage with the chat and then suddenly turn into a cast member. So, yeah.
And making this face.
And making this face. And making Bucho angel faces.
This has been your substitute teacher.
Oh my God.
I hope somebody clips that of all 3 of us doing the angel face simultaneously.
That only counts for one sticker. I don't care. Guys, as a reminder, you can help us make more content like this by backing us on Symphony, backing us on Patreon. That will be patreon.com/Symphony Entertainment. Thank you guys for everything that you guys do that make everything that we do possible, including tuning in early for Sonata and then getting recruited as a cast member. We hope you have enjoyed the Symphony, and we look forward to seeing you guys again soon. Have an absolutely wonderful night.
Thanks, everybody.
Mwah!
Bye, everybody.